Well, hey everybody. I don't wait for people to come on, I just go ahead and shoot the video and then you can watch the rest, all of it later. So I just wanted to give everybody an idea of what's going on here. We're underway with our first construction project of the dry season. And construction is going on the second floor. I'll take you up there in a little bit. But currently, this is we are in the first floor. The second floor was cast actually the beginning of this year, and now they're going up with the second floor. So as you can see, I want to try to let you see, some of the blocks. This is all a rough finish for the blocks. What will end up happening is when we're completely finished now. Some of these beams will be redressed and cleaned up. These blocks, we're going to wash them off really well because they got a little bit of the cement coming down from the second floor. So they'll be washed off before we actually fill in the grout lines. We'll fill in the grout lines, and then we'll come back and we'll do a clear coat wall sealer finish. As you can see here, all the electrical is coming down through the walls without breaking anything out. That's all done, and I'll take you up so you can see even the plumbing. We bring the plumbing in and we'll just leave an opening there for the stuff to come out. Yeah, Jeff, doing fine. I was told by my wife I needed to show people the construction, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not very good at this, but I'll do my best. As we walk around, you're going to see some irregularities in the blocks. That's just all that happens, and then we come back in and fill it in and make it look pretty before we clear seal it. Yeah. So as you can see here, these guys tried to open up an outlet hole where there was actually a concrete core in, so they had to move it over. But no problem. That can all be addressed now. The doors, what's really cool about the doors, as you can see, they actually have concrete cores on the inside. So the doors now will be anchored into this concrete core. As you can see again, all the plumbing, everything is done inside the wall, and then the outlets can then come out. Let's see, what else do people want to see? My wife is very smart, and I'm told every day that I need to listen to the wife, and sometimes I forget that. Okay, well, let me just go ahead and take you upstairs then. We're going to go upstairs. Some of the rainy season here in Liberia is very, very strong, and so some of the blocks, because it literally had a constant, you'll see the people working, hang on a minute. It literally had a constant flow of water for a good 6 months. And so this year you see is just moss on the blocks from that constant flow of water, and that all just washes right off. Just comes right off, and we'll clean it up, and then we'll do the clear coat. People constantly are saying when they come into this place how much cooler it feels, how cool it feels. Okay, this is Sam.
Supervisor.
Yeah, Sam's the job supervisor for construction.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you. Yeah, Bluff. Sam likes to show off. Okay, so we're gonna go upstairs. As I said before, all that gets cleaned up. This all gets dressed up and fixed before we do the clear sealer. So now we're up on the second story. Everybody say hello.
Hi.
Yeah. So this is the construction guys, this is the masons, there's 6 masons and helpers as well. Let's see, to take you through. Okay, for all of you that have questions, all of our blocks all of our wall system is actually reinforced from the inside. So as you can see, these 4-inch cores actually go all the way down. The blocks all line up. And then so we can actually have a corner, and we can have columns that are actually inside the block. They actually are going to do the whole house about this height. This is actually the beginning of the windows. And then what will happen is we'll actually run steel rod all the way around and do a concrete, basically like a horizontal reinforcement, a belt around the entire house. And then we'll go up again with the blocks to roof height. Yeah, so there's a lot of rebar that goes into this, but once it's done, it's very strong. Let's see, so you can see what they do here. So everything that we do here, we don't use mortar. We don't use actual concrete mortar. This is the same mud mixture that we use. We call it slurry stacking. These blocks are made to be able to dry stack, but we use the slurry so that we can maintain the level all the way up. If you dry stack, if you have a little tiny rock in the bottom, it ends up turning into a huge bow at the top. But yeah, but right now they're running their whole line of mud, and then they're going to run a string line and get everything perfectly level. As you can see, all these, I mean, it's just beautiful the way that everything lines up and ends up just looking so pretty, so pretty. I know that my wife, when she watches this, she's going to be laughing at me because I'm terrible at this. Let's see where to go now. Okay, this is the saw that we cut all. Basically, we designed the house so that there's only half blocks and full blocks. These are some of the ways that our corners come together, that we overlap and overlay. Thank you, Jeff, for boosting my confidence. I still feel like I'm terrible. But anyway, let's see. What next? Okay, the other cool thing is the plumbing, working along with the plumber to make sure everything lines up. So actually what we do, these are all the vent pipes that are going to go up and do the venting. But again, we actually reduce it down to a 2-inch pipe, and we can actually run that right inside the blocks. One of the things that they do here in Liberia with their construction is they'll build the wall, and then they come back and they destroy the wall everywhere they need to put plumbing or electrical. They come back and will bust really big holes in it. So we actually take that work away. We take away a lot of cement because we don't use any cement mortar. We use all mud grout that holds the blocks together like a glue. Let's see, what else do people need to see? What else do people need to see? Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's see. Okay, oh yeah, we need to go and see the production. But as you can see, we've got, lots of people working, doing different stuff. The dry season, we try to create jobs and employment for as many people as we possibly can. I mean, we really try to. We've actually got a whole other job going on about 2.5 hours from here. Actually, 3 hours probably from here. That actually a whole other team, almost twice the size as this, is already in the works for a construction job up there. I'll be headed there tomorrow to make sure that they got everything laid out properly. Let's see, what does anybody else want to see? If you have any questions and you want to see something that I haven't showed yet, please let me know. Okay, so this is what they do for the columns, for the pillars. They come back and they dress it really nice and make it look nice and smooth. As you can see here, they're just smoothing everything out. And then once they're done with that, we'll do the washing of the blocks and we'll dress all the blocks and make them look pretty before we clear seal it. So not only are you doing the work itself, you're creating jobs for folks too. That's huge. Well, that's the goal, Jeff. The goal is to create employment, and in order to do that, we have to get jobs. We have to do the jobs. So it's really cool because we get to create employment, which is our heart. We get to help people to help themselves. To really, it's one of those like I don't know what it. If I saw it on Facebook, it's charity wrapped in dignity. we're helping you, we're giving you something, but it's dignifying. It's not something that we're just handing it out and making you feel like you're lesser than us. You actually are working for your job. I mean, it's a job, and so that's really our whole heart. Plus, we get to make beautiful structures, and we get to help rebuild Liberia to be very, very beautiful. And so, any of you that are watching this that would like to find out more about what we can do for you, please just shoot me a message on Facebook. You know, comment, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Currently, we are doing all of our jobs are done in the dry season, because you'll see up ahead we actually need dry dirt to do our production. And so the rainy season, which is literally every day raining for 6 months, is very hard to do it. But we're actually getting ready this year to build a factory with a large stockpile of dirt, so that we can actually have dry dirt and create full-time employment for a group of guys to be producing block. And this way we actually have a lot more ability to do more jobs for people, rather than just trying to do it all in dry season. Currently we have 5 jobs that we have to get accomplished in about 5 or 6 months, and it's a real struggle. But after the factory's done, then we will be able to have the block production out of the way and just worry about construction. So yeah, I mean, if anybody is interested in helping out with that, please just let me know so I can answer any questions you have. As I get closer to the block machine, you're not going to hear me too well because it's pretty loud. But we're gonna go here. This is the hard job. The block production without any real automated equipment, everything done by hand. So I'm going to take you over to see that. Usually we don't like any of this grass in the dirt, but when the guys brought it in and brought it, some of the trees and stuff blew grass over on the top. So we're getting rid of all of that grass and stuff before we actually produce. We mix about. It depends on the dirt. We do a dirt testing to figure out how much sand needs to go in the mixture. But right now we're mixing about 15% sand with 6% cement into the mixture. These guys are sorting through, getting the rocks out, getting the organic material out. We can go through a lot of dirt. So this same crew for the last week or so, they actually were out digging and sifting all of this dirt, and now we're ready to actually be producing, and so they get contracts for each one. All right, so it's gonna get really loud. So if you can't understand me or hear me, I'm sorry. One of them is in the shop getting fixed on. The other one is running very well. This machine compresses the block to 2,000 psi. It's then cleaned off and goes into a curing pile. Because of the cement inside, the block actually has to slowly cure and dry for 7 to 14 days before we actually put it up on the wall. So that's what we're doing here. We're putting it under a tarp in an air-free environment, and we're keeping it wet to allow it to dry very slowly and allow that cement to cure. Once that cement cures, it's a 100% waterproof block. Let's see, what else do we have? About 4 days of production to do here before we move to the next job, where we'll be producing for about 3 weeks. And yeah, I think that's really all I have, unless anybody has any questions. If you have any questions, just comment below. I'll try to answer them on the comments. Yeah, so if any of you were wondering what we do, this is what we do. We help to create jobs. We help to build beautiful structures, and we're trying to work on a model that does that 100% sustainably. We definitely are in need of upfront financing to help us get to that point, but currently all of these jobs that we have done have been on contract. We didn't really need any upfront money. None of these jobs have taken donations to build, other than maybe donations for the customer. But for us, we haven't taken donations for these jobs. These are all legitimate jobs that are paid for as a contract, and then we in turn are able to employ a lot of guys during the dry season. Even right now, just with the 2 projects getting started, we're able to employ up to 50 guys at one time right now. So yeah, it's awesome to be able to be a part of this, and to see it, to see it really working. Also building a team, like a team of Liberians that are really running the show, like Joseph. I'm sure a lot of you have seen Joseph. Joseph is amazing. Joseph's a problem solver. He's the one that rounds all the guys up. He's the one that comes and spends the time on ground and runs the machines. For me, I've got so many other things to do, lining up other jobs, that Joseph is, I can just allow Joseph to take care of it, and he does an amazing job with production. As it comes to the construction, we've got contractors that are working with us on contract. And it's growing. It's growing definitely. We started with 1 project. Now the next year we had 2 projects, and now we've got 5. So we're really happy that people are happy with the product. And so if there's anybody in Liberia or doing anything, planning to do any construction in Liberia, check us out. Go check us out on Facebook. Go onto our website, forthelamb-liberia.org, and you can see what we do. And then feel free to get a hold of us so we can answer any questions that you might have. We just want to help you create a beautiful structure and do it all while creating jobs and doing it sustainably. And we love Liberia. God loves Liberia, and we want to bring the realities of the kingdom to Liberia. Not that we're the only ones bringing those realities, but we feel like this is our space to bring those realities of the kingdom to the construction sphere and to this area. And so we thank everybody that has helped Jessica and I personally. And if you're interested in that, just send us a message, and we'd love to work with you. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of the team, you're welcome to send us a message. This is what we do. So thanks very much. I've probably talked way too much. I'm seeing that I only have 1 person watching now. So yeah, I guess that's it, and we'll try to send another video of the other project here pretty soon. All right, see ya. Maybe.